Greetings from Tokyo and welcome back to another edition of NHK World's Japan This Week. I'm Yuka Otani. And here's what's on the menu for today's program.
I'm Catherine Kobayashi, with the story of a man investigating his inner self in a time-honored tradition. On Japan Current, a Zen life as lived by a monk who came from Norway to enter a Japanese monastery. Zen Buddhism is one of Japan's most famous contributions to world culture. But most of Zen's earliest teachers came from China, and Chinese Buddhism came from India. The road to enlightenment runs around the world, and the journey starts early, every morning. It's 4:30. The monks gather for meditation. This is Sojiji Temple in Yokohama, one of the two head temples of the Sotozen school. Sozen Larsen is a 38-year-old Norwegian. He's a student of Sojiji's abbot, Koshu Itabashi. Sozen became a Zen monk 3 years ago. Zen meditation is called zazen, sitting Zen. The practice is simple. When you sit, just sit. But when you slouch or doze off, you're awakened by the slap of a stick called a kyosaku. It's not punishment. It helps you regain concentration. Zazen is over even before the sun rises. At 5:40, more than 100 monks recite sutras for another hour. Then it's time for breakfast. For Zen monks, everything is an opportunity for practice, no matter how ordinary, especially the ordinary. When you eat, just eat. After breakfast is cleaning. Yet another opportunity for practice. When you clean, just clean. Why did you decide to become a monk?
Oh, good question. It was a gradual process. I've been a martial artist for almost 25 years, and then using body and also the mind, I wanted to study not only physical fighting techniques, but also how the mind works.
For a first-timer like me, it seems the mind works by fighting the body. Or is it the other way around?
Did it hurt?
Oh, yeah.
As a child, Sozen was often the victim of bullying. One day he saw a small Japanese martial artist throw a bigger opponent. That led him to martial arts, called Budo in Japanese. In 1989, he became world champion in a stick-wielding martial art of the Philippines. Even now, his training continues. He is a follower of a classical school of swordsmanship called Tenshin Shoden Katori Shinto-ryu. Well, so Buddha seems so aggressive and it seems so violent compared to Zen, which looks very peaceful. What's
right.
the connection?
Well, the connection is that both in Zen training and in martial arts training, we use the same mind, same body. So the balance between aggression and peacefulness there has to be a balance, and that's martial arts is a good tool for that, finding the balance.
Right. Sozen came to Japan 11 years ago and met his wife Eddie at this dojo. They share a love for Budo and for each other. Almost 12 years have passed since Sozen came to Japan from Norway. He is practicing Zen in the here and now with an idea for the future.
Well, I'm going to graduate soon, and we're moving back to Norway, where I'm from, and we'd like to set up a temple there to continue our training in martial arts and in Zen.
Wow, excellent.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that. Good luck to you.
Yeah, and you're welcome. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Well, Yuko, I hope that he can bring back all that he's learned back to his home country.
Right, and by the way, did you achieve enlightenment, Catherine?
I'm afraid not yet, just some sore legs.